Hi, and welcome to momsden. My name is Ivona, and today I'll be helping you set up talents for your feral druid, depending on whether you're leveling, questing in the open world, spamming dungeons, or focusing on single target damage in raids. Before we continue, I'd like to remind you that subscribing to my channel will help you stay up to date with some super simple guides on your favorite specs, dungeons, Torghast, progression, pet battles, and a bunch of other stuff. So if you enjoy easy to digest videos you can take advantage of straight away, I'm sure I'll be seeing you around. When it comes to the talent tree you'll be setting up, due to the level squish, we still have the choice of talents up until level 50, and we're not getting any new ones. Of course, you'll have some additional Covenant abilities to play around with, and your characters will be just as mighty as ever, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, even though I recommend a lot of these talents as the only ones, your own circumstances may be slightly different and you may have to pick something that suits you more, and that's totally fine. Before you begin choosing your talents, I highly recommend you get the Talent Set Manager add-on, which will allow you to save all of these presets and switch between them whenever you need to. As per leveling, I'm going to walk you through which talents you may want to pick. On level 15, you want to go with Predator, which enhances your Tiger's Fury and allows you to get more energy and play your spec faster. On 25, you really want Tiger Dash, which is the replacement for Dash, and when you're going, well, pretty much anywhere, you want to be using it on every cooldown. On 30, you can pick whatever suits you, but I recommend the Restoration ability since that's one of the very few healings available to you while you're out and about without your healer buddies. On 35, your safest bet is probably the Mighty Dash, which is a super handy instant stun, and trust me when I say this, it is invaluable while you're leveling your feral and killing a lot of trash mobs. On 40, you most likely want the Soul of the Forest, which grants you additional energy and increased damage for your finishing spells, and that's always a good thing. On level 45, I highly recommend taking Primal Wrath, which is a fantastic way to deal the finishing blow to more than one minion in your range, and a welcome addition to all ferals. On 50, I'd go with Feral Frenzy, and if you would too, make sure to use it every time you're out of combo points and you need more damage and fast. If you're out in the open world doing dungeons and overall focusing on dealing damage to packs of minions rather than just one, there are a few changes in comparison to your leveling talents. I recommend two switches, the first one being on level 30, where you kind of want to go with Balance Affinity to help you reach more mobs per group you're targeting. Also on level 50, you may want to toy around with Blood Talons. This is not something all the feral players are happy about, but Blood Talons got reworked and it now requires you to use 3 different combo point generators to increase the damage of your next 2 rips or ferocious bites. Since you're doing a lot of different stuff in an AoE targeted rotation, this is something you'll actually be able to do, so do consider Blood Talents as your talent choice. When it comes to raiding and doing damage to a single target, the situation is a bit different than in the first 2 cases, and I'll go through what's different and why. On level 15, you no longer want Predator, but Saber Tooth instead, which will increase your damage to the boss as long as you're maintaining your bleeds, which is your kind of most important task, so I'm counting on you to do it. There's of course Tiger Dash on 25, and on level 30 you want the Resto ability to make your healer's life a little bit easier, and on level 35 and 40 you want the same stuff as in the previous scenarios, which are Mighty Bash and Soul of the Forest. On 45, make sure to pick up Brutal Slash to lift up your AoE game in elite mob environments when you're pulling Rage Fash, and on level 50, your best bet is to keep Blood Talons, because you'll likely be using most of your spells in a raid, if not all of them. That's pretty much it for the Feral Druid talents in Shadowlands. I hope I made your life easier, and if you have any suggestions or would like to see another spec in a video guide like this, make sure to let me know in the comments. Also, if you find this one helpful, consider leaving it a like and pressing that sub button if you haven't already. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe and bye bye.